good opening. And to be honest, the thing is, though, the limited time, again, the one-day turnaround, moving into this one day off to work on everything, it does inspire me with some confidence, though, Tom, that the issues we saw, they seemed to be fixable. They were players getting a little too eager, and it seemed like the longer BBL played, the better they were playing. So we'll see if that continues into this series. FNATIC, a big challenge, and on the attack, they've already got Spike planted. Looks like deep control is going to be held late into the plant as Boaster has a Paranoia primed and ready for a play straight into their spawn. kaajak with them. This is delaying them even further. Tejo's rockets come in, the salvo blocking them a little longer, meaning it's a panic as they run back into Boaster. He's not able to capitalize, though.
Yeah, they've caught both controllers in a matter of seconds. The only problem now is just that time has been ticking. Already half, some shots connected by kaajak, but it doesn't matter. The defuse.
2-0 start, and they've lost PROFEK off rip. A lot of weaknesses for the defensive side. This is a bonus round. They managed to deal damage onto kaajak, leaving him on 17 HP. Blow for blow early favors FNATIC, and they are now grouped up with that man advantage, looking to take this B side by storm. The ult, aforementioned, used in round 3, clearing all this space and just getting rid of any of those nasty little low-buy dangers.
Yeah, that's the thing. You want to make sure you're not walking into the stack, and I think after getting an opener already,
Decoy.
definitely made it a little bit easier to read. Ready though, the defense are here. crashies will drop another. The thing is, they still haven't got the planted. Eventually, that will go down, and I think a lot of the danger in this round has already gone. LewN, though, with that sniper, might be the one risk.
Well, appears to be. Already dropping one, the double barrel, both are used, and now creeping onto the site is Jamppi. It's a free kill. kaajak looking the wrong way, but Chronicle's able to correct. Drop another member before this gets too scary. Only one to block the defuse. The wall, though, put into play. That's a big problem. They've got to find a solution to this quickly. Gravwell goes in, buys them a bit of time. Distance needs to be closed here and now, though. vakk could just start to stick this, but they've got players ready to respond with Boaster just up top on the boxes and no chances given to vakk. He was looking for the kill. He needed it. Starts here for the FNATIC attack side already. Space taken on mid. LewN, bit of a lunatic indeed, and kaajak shuts him down. A give and a take with it. And I think here, definitely a give from him. Gave the pick away to his opponents, but the re-aggression, it kind of works out the same. Lost the breach, man advantage still for FNATIC.
That's Jamppi down as well. A lot of your setup utility, if it does go into a retake, is going to be gone, but it doesn't look like there's any plans from BBL to play the retake. They've already got 2 players within the site, but it seems like FNATIC are well aware of that. Checking their backlines, the hold from kaajak, but he can quickly maneuver with the TP, and a third man re-aggressing up mid, and sociable trades evenly. He's done incredibly well there. Now with 25 seconds left, a 2 versus 2, a player on either side of the map, and the fake TP hasn't really baited anyone. It will put the pressure onto vakk as they look to make it their way into his site.
They certainly heard the adage, if at first you don't succeed. The triple mid push nets the 2v2 with 10 seconds left. Time to move. FNATIC walk in. Plant being attempted. It's vakk that could stop it, but won't get there in time. Eliminates kaajak at least. If not for the gate crash that he can quickly fall back to up in heaven. That may be needed. Guided salvo underway. Rockets not going to take LewN out of position, though. Ult used now. Confirming. Still one up close, one up top. Lots of information to play with for the BBL side. The decision for LewN, though, does he keep the advantage, hide with his team? There's a lot of weaknesses in play here. No, he's taking the risk. Punished immediately, and a rifle on the floor. That was, you have to feel like maybe that was unnecessary, Tom.
Yeah, I think blinding himself might have thrown it off a little bit. I think maybe had other plans in mind, but that went up in smoke when he caught himself with a flash. And now things become very difficult. You have yourself that ultimate available. It's already been thrown through, though, and isn't going to be able to do too much. None of the players were in the site just yet. I think that's Rolling Thunder that's been used all the way back. And in fact, Jamppi's actually walked past his opponent, and that time really is ticking. Boaster still within the site. They have to be on it right now, and I'm intrigued to see if this is actually going to go through.
What? Oh! Main control for BBL as a result. Quick rotations. They start to make their way towards mid to stack up heavy for the fight. That does come their way. kaajak drop double peek. Boaster's running right into. Realizes that's not a fight he wants to take, but can he get out? There's 4 players all around around in both sides, stacked up, but Boaster still delivers. Sociable down, and perhaps an avenue for this squad to move towards B. The paranoia, absolutely perfect, and time bought for the TP. He is out of here, and although Jamppi's brought back to life, FNATIC tried to punish. I thought they were going to get it, but not quite in time.
I think he was just out of position. A good res that's brought this back into BBL's favor. The work of Boaster somewhat undone, and with 40 seconds left, they do still have to make a move. vakk's got to be careful. There are 3 players in middle, but he just about gets out of there, and in fact, he's ended up getting quite a bit of information for it. I think multiple players shooting at him as he tries to exit, and 25 seconds. FNATIC have to make a decision. They've used that from the shadows as well, which might have given a quick avenue onto the site. I do start to wonder if this becomes a save.
15. I mean, this is going to have to be a quick approach. Look where the spike is, straight to the site. No room to slow down. Chronicle needs to clear the way. They have to take the snake out of the grass. If LewN can drop this spike, it's over and done with already on the site. The plant now attempted, but he's just around the corner. LewN denies it. The time run dry. The round going.
Coming up against what should be better opposition. They are not shying away. Speaking of those executions, FNATIC are setting up for one here on A.
Looking like a pointed approach. Sociable in trouble. Caught on that right side, needs help. Stepping forward to hold in that smoke with him is going to be Jamppi. Reinforcements from PROFEK as well. Man was putting up 4Ks round in, round out the other day. 15 seconds left.
This time I think it is a save. Sure.
Unless they do just run in. But Chronicle's got one, no real movement. Spike is still actually shifting forward. They are moving in. 7 seconds left. They've left this so late. What? Jamppi's just stopping them. Spikes on the floor. Weapons thrown to the ether. Into the abyss, and they won't be coming.
From vakk's. It is just annoying. That's what they've built. They've built an irritating comp. And we can see the pace change. Some of these were working earlier on. kaajak again, he's been getting so many kills that this ultimate is continuously coming online. But he's trapped in a corner. Not really anywhere for him to go. The Sage Wall just left him in the back of the site. And nobody else is particularly close. They're now looking to go for those trades, but the swing out is sublime from BBL. They work together. They are looking like a stellar team. That was so well timed. And while FNATIC are left with just the superstar. Oh, I actually have nowhere left to go. Here goes LewN again. It has to be expected. First headshot, second as well. Great early start from
at the end of the day, man, like
we're gonna have 60 Turkish players in a few years.
When this guy's doing it against Giants, it's one thing, but up against FNATIC, if this continues, yeah, it's going to be a lot. There already are a lot of eyes on him. It's only going to increase from here on out. Alfajer dropped, trying to push up. vakk again, steadfast in his defense of the B site. Getting around that wall is Boaster, but it's not going to give them any extra avenue of approach. He is dropped immediately. Even Chronicle to make this as costly as he can. At least one dropped. See if that idea is put into effect.
The fun thing is, though, LewN then plays ahead sometimes. So it's not like they're just sitting doing the same thing again and again. And well, there you go. He's ahead of it. So you're not expecting anybody to be that far forward. That's already kaajak dead. And by the way, he had the spike.
That's the second time as well in that exact position. kaajak being cut off, then ult used for info. Hunter's Fury on the back of it. Wall that's sectioning them off. That was... So here's where we get to the overcooking conversation. Maybe in the 5v3 we didn't need to continue the aggression, but hey, listen.
He TP'd through their cosmic divide.
Yes, don't cramp his style.
Into their entire team.
Don't cramp his style, man. At the end of the day, you know, if you want, you got to take the good with the bad. And that, it was the bad, but there's some good behind it. Still, equalized down to a 3v3. Now, BBL might start to regret that little bit of over-aggression. Also, you know, 5v3, and they had the spike. I think that's an important extra piece of information. FNATIC no ultimates to claim it back in terms of Boaster, but Alfajer going to be putting in the Armageddon. Big problem for players on site. Having now moved to the back exactly where Boaster knows, but PROFEK still delivers the hit. Alfajer, 20 HP, holding on for dear life, but PROFEK makes him let go. And as this slowly slips out of the control of the attacking side, 12 seconds left, spike down, 1v3 for crashies, and no money, it's time to save. This half has fallen apart for FNATIC.
Oh, this round is more terrifying than you might think as well. Like, that's not only...
LewN.
If at first you don't succeed.
Well, this is the try again. Fourth time he's just gone walkabouts. Success has been found before, but this, the cleanest exit he could have had. Sticking around still, though. Greedy, hungry, perhaps. And Boaster set to feed him down to 2 bullets. It's time to get out.
I love he had a TP the whole time, and he's like, 2 is not enough.
I need that third, and he almost got it. Had the chance. Alfajer tagged down to 10 HP, but survives the engagement. When LewN comes back, though, it won't quite be the same case. Standing inside the salvo, he claims a fourth. The lunatic finally put to bed, but Chronicle left in a 1v3.
Obscuring vision.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone disrespect FNATIC this much. Like it's almost like it's a new year and he's forgotten who they are. It's just filthy. Fights them tooth and nail. Does that versus Alfajer. And now Chronicle. Well, the desk had a conversation of who they'd want in a clutch. Sue begged to differ that Boaster was the choice. Well, we get to see what Chronicle can do here. 25 seconds up and coming. Still has the spike. Has a chance to isolate vakk, who currently sits at the back of site alone. Oh, that rotation's already coming in with a rolling thunder. I don't think that man behind just to try and catch any flanks, though.
Yeah, PROFEK's going to be that safety net. Boaster probably running into him later on. See if BBL go back in that direction. Already lost LewN, caught behind the smoke. Spike hasn't made it out. Yeah, time to go meet PROFEK. But Boaster, well, he didn't get too aggressive. Just sat around here, waiting up top for these players to rotate back to nice spot. And if no one goes up towards the window, he could be catching them all with their back turned, but it's unusual. With 4 players, someone has got to check it, and then Boaster needs to deliver. Here comes the Stampede, plenty. 3 players there, in fact. Smoke blooms a little too late. He's already been spotted, drops one at least.
That's fine.
And buys time, 3 players just outside of B, as footfall found by BBL.
Trying to bait out some of that utility before the plant comes in. Well, the veg is going to come through, but easier said than done. Forced into the hands of kaajak. He went a little bit quiet in the end of that second. Boaster set up as that Cyanker. Now he does have pretty close support, but LewN is already in TP onto the site, looking to try and take as much space as he can. And while the flash, I think maybe slightly off, it's going to leave him blinded instead of Boaster. And that duel will go the other way.
Here.
Plan secured at least. BBL have something to report home about. They managed to break the wall as well. The stealth drone grabbing info up close. Angle held as they cross back over. It's sociablEE looking for the battle through that wall. He'll get it. He's been spotted. Comes to salvo yet again. Concussed too. They've dodged all that utility, ready to take the fights, but in a very nasty position as the wall is chipped away at. Covered. Less and less of it by the second. They look to fight on the backside. A big swing from Jamppi. Kills picked up, and even more by sociablEE. But the numbers, they remain in FNATIC's favor as the defuse started again. Now just make site rolling thunder online. I might even see Jamppi setting it up just now, but kaajak not quite caught by it. Is revealed though. The stealth drone clearing him out, so he TPs to backside. A lot of space given up here, and PROFEK claiming a kill on mid. It's a great start for BBL, starting to get a sense of this site. kaajak still, though, causing problems, able to pick up one and fade back. A 4v4, damage done to LewN, utility coming in to delay, ultimate used for info, Alpha catching Jamppi. So much disruption from the side of FNATIC, and they're picking up kills as BBL flee the site. kaajak now behind them as well to be concerned about. That means the players on site know that LewN is the only man challenging them. That gives Alpha the green light. Not likely. They commit a whole lot, he says, and immediately LewN pops the ulti.
Does this mean they're going to use the other? That was the question I was going to ask. Is do we? No, he just goes alone. I thought maybe, okay, they'll use the Hunter's Fury just to get a free kill and a gun. No, instead, LewN was like, I can take him. I've got this. I think there was a stun to help him out, but even still, it leaves them level with a severe weaponry disadvantage, and a lot still to do.
Oh, the retake of space is nice from Jamppi. They cleared that side out, but now he's up close looking for the fight. The shots don't land, though, again. Weaponry disadvantage in play. Glaring for the side of BBL. They've lost Jamppi, they've lost the site. A star down to at least use the grab well, buy some more time. Hunter's Fury and a couple of kills. This could actually work out. Another burst of the Hunter's Fury claims Alfajer, and the grab well wasn't even needed at this point. The round is already theirs. BBL, they won't see FNATIC stacking up that side. They put a gate crash down just now, moving through the spawn, but they won't be there in time to deny this control. A plant is found by BBL.
Yeah, it's one of the first times I think we've seen Alfajer on the wrong side of the map, and That's definitely made it tougher. A lot of the time he was denying this post plant. And again, we're going to see this aggressive position with the wall. The plant, though, in a better position for the players who are in main. So this time, you can see those later flanks, those later spots, and you need to highlight also what PROFEK is currently doing. Wrapping around the back lines, coming in incredibly late, just to make sure that this becomes awkward. Boaster's done well, though. A clear on the first, immediate trade. They just need to buy time for PROFEK, if he can even get there. And he's right there in the last second. This could be Ushiro. His own grandpa has caught him out, though.
Decent buy. Good amount of utility still left to play with. kaajak, he's gone up aggressive. He's looking to play like LewN, but he has met the same fate as LewN did many times in the early half. Dropped off rip, and for FNATIC. Well, yeah, just look at Alfajer. He's still re-clearing all this control towards heaven. They think it was going the other direction, and now they realize, luckily, 3 players still here, ready to fight. Flash goes through. The peak slow from LewN, 8 HP. He's so low, but that will not stop him. A gate crash put through. It might even have been spotted by crashies. I'm not sure. It was faked out anyways. LewN going aggressive instead, straight through the smoke. He might not be needed. Traded.
I'll handle this.
Oh, here goes LewN. Somehow I'm normally more nervous for him when he has these ults. He just sticks the landing almost immediately. Does, for maybe the first time ever, decide to actually teleport out. Now bear in mind that Alpha has that Armageddon online. A big win for PROFEK on the outskirts of the map. And well, this time not denying that plant. I wonder where Alpha will even place. It's such an obscure post-plant position. They're playing alongside the wall, and you break the wall, and LewN comes and fights you. Again, he's going to retreat for the second time after finding a kill, and is being healed back up by vakk.
Armageddon, oh my god, stun, paranoia, everything hit him. Finally, they deal with LewN, and it's Boaster to lead the charge right back into the site. They're taking over. Rolling Thunder put in by Jamppi. It'll buy them a little bit more time. And they've even got a grab well. They don't know if the defuse was coming through. Jamppi confirms that it's not. They've bought that time, and they've bought enough. BBL, they've done it. There's well, barriers going up. BBL sending Alpha down.
He's already dead. See you later.
Alfajer's got nothing to say about the pistol round. Neither does sociablEE.
He's too old at this point, that's what it is. Past 18, LewN's younger. He automatically gets the buff, the Turkish buff.
That's all it is. The neurons are firing faster. Well, LewN's up close with another chance to do damage. Boaster's the one to shut him down. Chronicle steps up as well. It's an even scenario. Leaving just back, though. Damage done to both opponents, and a shot away. You take a look at BBL. Not too much of an investment, but they group up. They play this one as a team, and look at the reward they get. Boaster already dropped. Alfajer sent walkabouts on Beach.
sociablEE just jiggling a little bit.
Eyes in his elbows. Could be, who knows what they've been doing to the breach arms. Kind of upgrades Killjoy's given him. Looking at the push-up from BBL, though, Plant, lots of control, a ton. Over towards Sand as well, where it does look like crashies could be in a bit of trouble as he swings on out. Already up close, wrapping around right behind him. PROFEK didn't go through the cage, didn't commit fully. If he did, a free kill awaited him. Instead, crashies gets a second lease of life. His position now spotted. Nice shot onto sociablEE, but still to deal with PROFEK. And the knife in the back is the most effective weapon for BBL. As LewN falls, the time, though, ticking away. Chronicle making this possible for the squad, but the time too far gone. 3 kills. A nice round.
Well, the lead for FNATIC, short-lived. They do, however, keep some of the guns online, and with how Chronicle started, there might be an opportunity here.
Most definitely, maybe. They're going into it. Big push. Chronicle already able to rip off one's head, and the second follows. Great damage done. BBL responding in kind. The Bulldogs left to try to make up some ground, and Boaster does a great job of it. Molly down 2, Spike obtained with a flank from vakk. This is the real danger if PROFEK can keep them back for long enough, but he won't. And now, vakk the knife, but he comes in a little bit too late. Over to the A site for the plant, and a 1v2. Boaster and Alfajer with upgraded weapons will be coming back into him.
To go for a safer plant as well. Knows roughly where both players are coming from. The door sound is going to be baited by Boaster. The whole idea is to try and put doubt in the mind of vakk. that maybe they've gone the other way. He gets that first kill, and he's still looking the other way. The spam from Boaster has done so much damage, but it hasn't managed to clear out vakk. He's still standing, at least for now.
Space taking and damage done to LewN. BBL sent to the other side of the map by that ultimate, but Cosmic Divide of their own is going to block out FNATIC, rob them of any opportunity to really deny this push. And with no utility on the site, there's no way for them to know when this plant is coming down. All they can do is sit. Actually, there is. They sent crashies to step through the wall. He heard it just now. So it's confirmed for FNATIC, and that gets the push up through A main. They're going to walk right into PROFEK.
Yeah, he's done well in a lot of these scenarios before and already. He's going to deal with Alfajer. That stun isn't going to help out Chronicle too much just because he was so low on HP. Boaster, though, again, has managed to find a way back into the round, looking to pressure PROFEK, knowing clearing him is going to be so important, and that's exactly what he does. In fact, kaajak now steps up as well. And this leaves Jamppi alone. Ultimate already gone, time being bought. He goes through, but he can't.
Chronicle with the stun. And actually hasn't sent sociablEE back in the other direction. He stuck around, and he'll get his reward, but not before vakk fell.
Trades across the map. Chronicle has definitely been one of those players to watch thus far. LewN even going to just pop the showstopper. It'll be for space rather than for kills. sociablEE, we've already seen this. This attempted flank went horribly last time, but crashies is going to win that battle. An important one. Clearing out those backlines. There isn't really that lurker anymore for the side of BBL. It's going to be a tough hold.
Yeah, tougher as they keep the one-for-one trades going. FNATIC close the distance, up in play for Alfajer. It's not the easiest to step into that angle. Jamppi might have a chance, but a quick shot needed, and it lands. Flash primed and ready. LewN on the swing through the smoke. Land.
See what that does. A very aggressive push. Finally manages to finish his dinner into one, and actually with the stunned up team, that showstopper goes through. vakk though wins the battle, and actually PROFEK wins one more. That was all but set for FNATIC to take over.
Into a round, well, they did that right there. And they found themselves not quite a neck-and-neck position. HP favoring the side of BBL by a small margin. Boaster, though, looking for the off angle, 21 HP. The element of surprise, his best chance to drop a player, and there it is. sociablEE didn't see him coming. 20 HP on Jamppi. He's in danger and has to run. 40 seconds on the clock. They have to decide where to take that spike. No knowledge on where crashies is. They only know about Boaster. So going anywhere else, there could be two players lurking.
One gap.
But they have walked cleanly into that gap left by FNATIC.
Yeah, this was the only space that was left. They had everything else covered, and well, that will at least give the plant, and more importantly, that gives Jamppi his ult. Now, using it to effect is going to be difficult. He is so desperately low on HP, but instead, there's the re-aggression. crashies just trying to wait for the timing, hoping the PROFEK doesn't expect the second player to be here. This battle is absolutely everything. Just playing that time a little bit longer could in fact win them the round. Now PROFEK looks away. The expectation that there still could be someone there, but the doubt in his head, and he's actually repositioned maybe perfectly. It's just going to come down to this fight on the site, and Jamppi wins it. Now lift onto crashies to try and get back in, but that time is ticking. The stun going to slow him down even further, and the HP difference, not a massive amount. Hoping to try and kill him off, but it's down to Jamppi, and he will
dealing the damage into sociablEE, who in those situations is the man that gets them out of the spot of bother. Really nice stuff, and vakk going down again. Not going to win the fight towards the satellite. The rest of BBL now going to have to fight in without that control.
They've got to be careful in this round still. Ultimates being utilized by FNATIC to try and pad the gap of what is a pretty horrible buy, but it's working. Already managing a couple. Jamppi with a nice shot, but he's tagged low. sociablEE now going to try and clear things out, and the Cosmic Divide, they now know exactly where these players are. Should mean that they can get a plant in, although saying that, I'm just looking at both. No, in fact, it's crashies with the spam. That's going to catch Jamppi out.
Got the spike.
From here, the plant being stuck, what is there to deny? There is still some utility that they're looking to fire in, but doing so costs crashies his life. PROFEK was waiting, outlaw in hand. An upgrade there on the floor if he wants it. He's sticking with it. Sticking with the outlaw here. It's a risk, but it may pay off. Everyone but Alfajer will be one shot to him. Alpha, with the big gun, manages to drop one, leaving just sociablE. Already used his decoy. He's just got one flash to work with. And there's a player right beside him. He's still alive, though. Flash used now for the close fight. Lands it onto Boaster.
Some stellar individual plays.
In fact, I think it's already being abandoned. Yeah, they're stacking up A. They've had this read for a couple seconds now. BBL walking into a lot more players than they're ready for. He didn't know kaajak was behind him. sociablE blindsided, Jamppi falling, and the push coming to an instant halt.
God, this would have to be one of the best clutches we've ever seen. Back left in a 1 versus 5. Already being encroached on from multiple angles. 5 players around.
8-3 and 9-3 half looking likely with a weaker investment from BBL and an almost flawless round from FNATIC just some moments ago. Alpha's taking risks here. He's going a little crazy. Let's see if he gets the reward. There's a player up in his face. He's TP'd out. Rolling Thunder sends him flying. Not having a good time of it, but he is alive.
I think that's going to go on one of those like Valorant Nightmare Twitter accounts. LewN, he's been having a quiet time, and well, he will get one, but that's all she wrote. PROFEK, well, Boaster's cleared the angle next to him. And actually, that means PROFEK can focus on the one angle where Boaster is. Puts it back into a 2 versus 2. Make that just 1, as PROFEK has to do basically everything. But he lands a shot at the last second. Even looks for a little bit more.
Me.
You know, I've heard the trophy banging, but we'll have to wait and see. Already, onto the site they go. Back trying to hold the line, but the nade will deny him. Wary that he could be getting wrapped on, and in fact, he was right to be wary. Unfortunately, he's still met with a bullet from Alfajer. So is the fake out. They're starting to get dangerous. They're still not clearing this man, just giving him shot after shot, but they are still trading evenly. Somehow this has come down to a 2v2.
Oh, caught with the stun out as well. It was almost bad for Chronicle, but he delivers. Now that last player caught for BBL on B. This is a pretty good start to the round with nothing there for FNATIC to spot the flank. They just have to hope that it's watched by crashies. vakk doesn't manage anything up top, but crashies is at least dropped. Now that flank underway, 3 players coming through main. They're gonna have to run straight into these attackers. So much space has been given already.
And it's not like FNATIC are rushing. They've still got 35 seconds to play with. Know that these players have rotated in. They're hoping maybe an angle gets given to Alfajer. Purchased an operator for this round, the one major investment here. And I think the defenders must just be a little bit confused. They've already made their way right back into the site. Now that pick comes in, but LewN is still there. sociablE is going to get stunned and forced right into the hands of kaajak. A nice little 1-2 punch. But even still, that time is ticking away. The spam not quite going to be enough to deny that plant. And now for LewN, well, we need to see some of the magic that we had in the last map if there's going to be any way for him to get back into this round. Already spotted out, looking for that double peek.
I'll handle this.
It is a tall task, to say the least.
He's going for it.
He absolutely is. This is sociablE we're talking about. Stun goes in, and so does sociablE. Easy kill, and he's out of there. Pushes. It's going to be a slow approach.
Off angle. With a knife for now, at least. sociablE looks like the point of contact. Players above him already just trying to hold on to the bottom of the side with the judge and getting up close. This is a problem for the side of FNATIC, but he's down to just 5. crashies will eventually deal with the danger. And the rest now just sheriffs in a post plant with a Hunter's Fury. You have to fear for BBL.
Yeah, the chances were there a moment ago, but certainly fading away. Having to walk into the operator in arranged angles across the board. A squad of FNATIC who have already now cleared out A main. No pressure on them. Hold back from Alfajer, not ideal. That is a part of the map they knew they'd given up, but just gambling that no one had come that way. That gives an op away to their opponents. Low HP on crashies, he quickly falls, and with Boaster having received, giving away where the commitment's coming through. This could still be a fake. There's minimal steps, but now it's being heard. PROFEK knows they're on the way. vakk doesn't quite adjust in time. Caught out by Boaster. Jamppi emerging from the smoke is an element of surprise, but not one that catches them off guard. And well, sociablE already spotted this round. Seems to have fallen apart for BBL.
And it's a horrible one as well, because the only logical thing to do here is save. Like, you just don't have the backup of finances to throw guns away, but when you're this far down in the game, you kind of understand why risks are being taken. The thing is, like, for LewN, you're not winning this round. Like, holding on to the operator just has so much more value behind it. Obviously, an extra kill.
7 rounds in a row. It starts here and
oh no, it doesn't.
It almost ends there as well.
4 and 5.
How have they survived that?
So cursed. And for somebody else, this could be some freebie kills. Maybe not. Vakk has been having an absolute nightmare, and actually crashes on 5 HP, gets 2. If it wasn't bad enough that he didn't quite die, he's taken out a couple of your teammates with him. PROFEK will dome 1. And Chronicle now the only healthy player. Has to try and be a little bit more careful in these scenarios. Bear in mind, he's the one with the spike. Look where crashies is going. He may be
spike down.
Sociable. Just has to read. He gets it absolutely perfect. And now on just 4.
Great team player with a perfect understanding of rocket physics in this game. PROFEK not having a good time. That's a quick pick by Alfajer, and BBL looking to take up some space elsewhere. Push up on B with traps watching for the north side. There were 2 players waiting for him to round the corner.
Once again, sociable's got his off. Now, normally, he has a judge, but he's going to do it with the shorty.
No,
how? No. How has he managed to survive? No, not going for more! He's an absolute nut job! I can't believe he's come out with 2 there. That's got to be a bit of a tilter. While Boaster tries to hightail it in the other direction, he is met.
You mental. It would be a taste for BBL. It does feel like a matter of time before these things stop working. This round, absolutely outrageous.
I don't understand how you're like, okay, so what happens if
giving them a late 5v5. They should be a player down by now. Showstopper though, alongside Orbital Strike, big threats to this site push.
That's the one reason that kaajak not having a gun isn't too much of a problem.
Oh no!
He's gone for the Rolling Thunder. Well, he's been met by Boaster on the other side. That is not how I expected that ult to be used. Maybe in the retake instead, though, it's LewN to go forward and go out. Vakk has managed 1, but it's only going to be traded. This is looking like the beginning of the end, but PROFEK still standing strong. Looking for a little more. He gets a lot more. 2 headshots through the box, and now crashies left standing. 1 versus 2. First shot connected beautifully, and it seems like he even expects the rough position of sociable. Rifle in hand this time. Not the op to hit the shot, but it's waiting on crashies side instead.
The team led by Boaster. Many a mighty team has fallen to such a buy, to such a thing, to such an economic bottom line. Vakk, the first to dish out death. Danger, though, around every corner as BBL are discovering already. Man advantage falls to FNATIC. Push through the smoke from Vakk, but they're in a smoke of their own. Contain and a swing together. Nets another kill. Advantage on advantage for the attacking side. And the B site now taken with nothing to say about it is Jamppi. He's trapped up top, a close-ranged fight against close-ranged weapons. Guess how that goes? Not in his favor. Sociable, the last man standing. Players just around that corner. He has an iota that's going down already. Crossing with the cage. Decoy leading up to heaven, and kaajak through the cage. Lands the shot on LewN. That's the advantage for FNATIC.
Yeah, I think just catching the bullets, shooting back the other way almost made it a little bit too easy. Vakk, I believe, will have spotted the majority of the FNATIC forces. As you can see, an immediate rotation from sociable in an attempt to try and support. The thing is, though, I don't mind that sort of gamble. I think Vakk has had a lot more trouble in terms of being a solo site anchor in this series so far. PROFEK, I have full faith. Like, I believe that he is going to be able to at least get a kill or 2 when it comes to the site hold. Now, Jamppi already low on HP, and he has the majority of FNATIC pushing in his direction.
It's going to be a big hold. Jamppi super low and dropped immediately. That opens the avenue for FNATIC to move towards the vents, but instead they take it to heaven. It could be a costly mistake with sociable and PROFEK still on this side of the map. And sociable, I mean, if he's spotted here, they might assume that's the B player. You might not expect the second one to be around here, and that's a big danger then, because in comes crashies from main. PROFEK, oh, he's being cleared still, but he lands the shot. 8 seconds, plant needed, and plant found.
Player standing.
Unfortunately, still the lurk left from Chronicle. The only real chance, I feel, was in some form of plant denial as the time was getting a little bit low, but FNATIC were methodical in their take, and PROFEK, 48 HP, he's not getting around.
Traded blows 13 to 8. on their own maps. But here on the middle ground, there is a clear hierarchy. FNATIC opening up this round.
Okay.
One where they come in with 4 rifles anyways, 3 of which are about as good as it gets. They already have a man advantage and a rifle extra to be recovered.
Was that their own smoke that was pulled back that sociablE walked through?
Could be.
I think it was. So it just meant that he was left out in the open facing off against the whole team. I think that's a mistake, luckily. That might be about to rectify it. 2 kills, but even still, look where the remaining players are. They're on the complete opposite side of the map. I guess the only thing they can hope for is maybe they catch Chronicle looking the wrong way. Oh, no, he's just about got past the angle. And in fact...
Spike still coming?
Yeah, they might want to actually try and kill this player off. I think the steps going towards B are going to lead this. Yeah, PROFEK, why would PROFEK expect anyone to be there? He's just seen Chronicle by LewN, and because of that, he ends up going down. Jamppi tries to take the fight, but there is a patient FNATIC waiting on the other side, and with their split already going through mid, it looks like vakk might be alone. The flash and the shot actually not bad. Alfajer down to 9, but even still, vakk is isolated.
30 seconds.
Isolated with a pistol. He got a double last time up in heaven. They walked into his cross area to full auto gun. Now a little harder to get done, but the triple almost found. sociablE there just in time to help out. But something tells me vakk had that covered. In for another is sociablE. A 1v1, 12 seconds and 9 HP. That previously tagged up. See the work he's been putting in, delivering a higher level here today. And LewN delivering just the same as we've seen before to try to bridge that gap of the man advantage.
Again, mid-control, but it's... Almost an immediate pick. It's actually the showstopper that's caught him. And Jamppi's dead as well. Alpha on the raise, showing that utility can kill. And leaving.
Replay, please.
3 players standing. Again, vakk is completely isolated. And while that information from Chronicle is going to tell them that there's only one man they have to worry about, they can wait for the second ping and know exactly where he is, the same as last time, immediately blind, being pressured from either side. PROFEK desperately trying to help, but maybe the help won't be needed. kaajak this time will not allow for any shenanigans. Oh, PROFEK, he still gets one there.
I'll handle this.
So clean with his crosshair placement.
No gate crash. I think LewN might even just have tried to take that out right there. No flash either. Just down to the decoy. All alone. Comes out of his ult. They already saw the decoy. They know that's not the... Will be the ultimate. kaajak hands. Clearing out heaven. 2 players spotted already. One down below. That's the op scene as well. Danger man. Known about and coming out of this ult, he detects that that's the decoy. Won't give away the backside play just yet. And now his team have flooded in to meet him. Plant acquired. Jamppi on the ropes, but he comes out unscathed. That's Chronicle, who's had such a good game so far. Now crashies falls as well. And the numbers for FNATIC way behind.
Oh, the Nightfall is not going to make things any easier. Sound removed. Boaster trying to pull out some montage moments with this operator, but it's only going to be the one. And now left onto Alpha on that raise. Always terrifying. The nade is going to go through, and PROFEK is just going to try and stick it. He will get it to half. That's at least something. Buys them a little bit of extra time, but he has to go through, and the shot lands. But might be about to walk into that judge, but really didn't do as much damage as expected. He's got away with that one, almost scot-free. And again, this mid-pressure coming through from FNATIC.
Push it by PROFEK though. Look at where he has managed to slot himself into, but crashies was wise to his tricks. That could have been the spike down with full control for BBL. Instead, a disastrous outcome. A judge going up into heaven. vakk backing him up and huge damage done. vakk's picked up another, and sociablE on the side. Crash was used, or hopefully to be used for a B rotation. Instead, he's disconnected from the action. They used that to take heaven. Drop down on
Disjointed, which for FNATIC playing as a group, that could actually be their best case scenario. Like, you're running it down most of the time. You still got that showstopper as a potential opener. And for some of these kills, not a whole lot of trade potential. Like, I'm looking at the position. LewN's just going to go down. Spike planted as well. Like, the back of the site becomes less and less valuable. And as I said, it's just 1v1 after 1v1. This is exactly together a couple. Op roulette. Everybody gets a go. Defensive side have gone walkabouts though. There's currently nobody watching this. Eventually, Boaster has gone back to have a look. Well, I was going to say he might be in for a nasty surprise, but he's been winning a lot of these battles. Somehow kaajak dies.
Things creeping up into heaven, but he'll be spotted soon, walking right into LewN, who lands soon. Perhaps not. It's gone down mid. There's a gate crash to move to A. There it is. One player spotted, two players spotted, in fact. Still with a flash, still with a decoy, and he's going to fake out that presence in mid. Using the gate crash back over towards the A site. Now FNATIC have to clear all these angles. It'll run the clock down further. But they've moved to heaven, and I see Raze is going there. Showstopper time, perhaps with 30 seconds. It's a big commitment.
Especially now with the additional smokes down. They're just selling ideas that there's a lot of players in these current spots that they need to clear. In fact, they're both within the site. Nothing being heard on the other side is also going to start that rotation. There goes the showstopper, and actually it leaves just PROFEK. He's been tagged down enough for crashies to get the kill. It leaves the other two not quite close to the action, and FNATIC have sort of clutched at straws and come up big right at the end of the round.
Alpha pops the ult as the sociable steps back in, but he's not even looking. Oh, he wasn't looking to fight it. Now he's getting close. Judge, good for the first fight. Perhaps. It's close. Very low on HP was Alpha after the first burst, but he'll still survive. The advantage for FNATIC. Now the plant looking towards the site, and it will be found. A little bit of extra info to be gathered by kaajak, confirming there's a player inside of main. Plant landed. Cosmic Divide
Spike
to
planted.
allow PROFEK to close the distance. To get up close. In mid, LewN tucked in, has players coming. He's looking the wrong way, though! Chronicle was on his screen, but he didn't realize in that. Well, that is their downfall. Oh, they're falling across the map. Easy trades, just back left.
Yeah, this would have to be one of the best.
It's the one example that didn't work. You're LewN, and then crazy players like sociablEE. He's definitely up there for individual skill.
Rainboss gone!
There's both
there you go. You put all of your money, all your eggs in one basket, and yeah, absolutely nothing. Good start for the side of BBL. In fact, they are going in as quickly as humanly possible. Blink. But still leaving some doubt. You can even see the rotation. Nice shot from PROFEK. This leaves the pressure on to Chronicle. Something we mentioned as excitement when it comes to this man on Sentinel. A chance for him to display what he's got, and it turns out it's nothing.
Yeah, I'd like to close that display.
Person that would need to worry would be crashies. It does seem like he's watching roughly in the right direction, but I think both are just going to end up hiding in the corners. Maybe Alfajer as well under threat. In fact, yeah, he's going to get caught. That's a huge weapon to take, and now vakk comes around at the end. He's going to
rotates. Now look at what that's done. Already players leaving this site, moving to the other side of the map. This is a problem. They're not here ready to defend as the push comes through. LewN does get dropped, but sociablEE hunting down some victims leaves them to abandon the A site completely. And although the rocket will never be fired, it's done its job. It's bought them time. If he steps into that, though, into that laneway, it will be the last step he takes in this round. FNATIC waiting with the numbers to overwhelm.
He's trying to deny. PROFEK trying to hold the line. He's done damage, and somehow sociablEE is still standing. Needs to be the shot connected, and kaajac's done well. 2 kills already, and he can reveal the remainder. Knows where vakk is standing. Will he spot out? He will. That's Jamppi's sneaky little spot revealed. This now becomes a bit of a problem. No safe haven to stand in, but he'll win the fight versus kaajak. A player above, Boaster to eliminate. And now vakk is all that remains. Already has the star down. Gravwell used a little bit early. They're not going to be able to get on that spike just yet. He's trying to burn that clock down, but can't quite hit the shot. It's Boaster to land it. The time
This usurper, the push up from vakk is all a distraction. It gets Boaster curious, peeking into sociablEE. Ult used, information there. Alfajer spotted, showstopper online, fired in. It doesn't find its mark, but LewN does. Now a 5v3, a 5v2 as FNATIC continue to crumble.
Of players, well,
For the fights anymore, they're letting BBL run their game plan, and they look to stop them on the site. That was close. They almost lost a big player.
The potential for a repeat with a stun, but this is a ruse. They have sent sociablEE to sell a fake, and there are 3 players who are committed to this fake. Of course, why would you send a Raze operator alone on one side of the map while the execute goes in elsewhere? Already, he deals the blow onto one, but this is where the realization will be there. kaajak, Chronicle, at the back of the site. The spike is still on the other side, though. They're yet to commit to this one. This is running it close.
20 seconds. They need to go. And now they have a chance. A huge pick. Knowing that kaajak should be nearby. That gate crash was there just moments ago. They'll clear the backside. They'll be vigilant. 20 HP. He's surviving, but eventually he'll fall. And now, who can expect LewN to be here? The honeymoon in full effect. They must have got a discount. Nade, decent. Boaster survives after the decay. LewN's already here! LewN's already here! They've got to be perplexed. FNATIC just called a pause, and still they're being outplayed.
At least for them, Alfie has managed to level it. Weaponry in this round is a mess, so expectations may be a little bit lower, but FNATIC would love a hero, would love someone to step up. We've got 3 players building, but again, you just look at the space. Like, you can see where the stun is currently being set up. It is towards their own spawn, towards mid, because they just don't know where they're coming from. Eventually, the switchback, again, leaves Chronicle isolated within the site. Waiting within the smoke is PROFEK, but eventually you'll have to fall off it. Just trying to hold on to that heaven ground, and well, the weaponry just not there. It's a quick clear from the side of BBL. Alfajer got his first, but at the expectation of another player in heaven just wasn't on his list. It's now left all onto kaajak. New boy on the block, new member.
A lot of ultis in play for FNATIC, and they will pop their own, leaving them with 3 ultis. kaajak going into the spawn, and again, it's such early information, unless we're capitalizing with a kill, which we might be. Paranoia is good, decoys there!
Wonderful.
kaajak!
Spike down.
That could be the
Stun.
play!
Combined with the paranoia.
Satchel out.
But even still, sociable defensive setup.
I
3
have the
players
spike. 30
over on
seconds
A.
left.
While Chronicle waits alone. At a minimum, he needs to trade 1-for-1, and the spam hasn't really connected in the way he would have liked. He does manage to take down PROFEK, though, keeping himself alive ever longer, and sociable low is going to be spotted as well. A fantastic round from Chronicle to hold, and Jamppi with 12 seconds left has already been spotted. There is no survival here. Look for the peek, look for the spam. It's already been seen, though, and there's a showstopper. In fact, he gets out of there. Nice maneuver. Nade thrown through, and the swing out from sociable. He was looking to try and find a kill. Now LewN goes in. No doubt. He's not just planning to escape. There's normally some attempted magic paranoia as an attempt to push back. He lands the first shot, but isn't expecting the reswing. Still 3, now 4 players setting up to this B site. BBL are walking directly into a trap. It's almost a kill back, though. A hefty amount of damage on crashies.
They have to be worried about mid, and indeed, Boaster's still sat up in heaven watching that play out, so there's not going to be a stab in the back effectively from vakk. Still with the TP for PROFEK.
That would do it as well.
There's the info. 25 seconds left.
Cutting through.
They have to push this into the B side. Still credits for the next round. No need to save. See what they can drain from their opponents. Rolling Thunder put into play. Nice shot by vakk, though. Heaven control taken back. 15 seconds. Time to go to site. 1 HP on crashies. kaajak has to stand strong, and he will fall. 1 HP on site. But
He's TP.
the TP to the A site. The plan will now be found. Chronicle can try the spam. That would be his best chance here. Or to catch him afterwards. The spam not landing, but the shots do. How quick can vakk get here? He needs to run around. Just 1 HP on Chronicle. And 1 on crashies. Not like this, surely. vakk creeping around towards the screens, and he's left crashies without a clue of where to go. He'll make it to the spike. The tap will be heard. vakk making his way, but it's not even half. The big swing and the delivery.